I'm 3 weeks in. It's getting a little bit boring, but I feel like I've got used to it. It's finally spring. I can go out anytime because it's not that cold anymore finally, but it's not went perfectly. I relapsed a few times, but whenever I got there, it didn't take long that I realized I just don't need it. I feel fine, I'm okay. In this weekend, I'm just planning to relax, going outside, playing for my videos in the future and studying. That's the case right now. In the last week, I don't plan too much. I'm going to be fine. I'm waiting it to be end. In this last few hours, I didn't really do anything. I was just bored and I ate a plate of brownie and I feel pretty empty now. I'm getting vitamin D. I'm gonna meditate for real now. But I don't wanna get sunburned. At this point I opened my eyes and looked around what was around me. I enjoyed these 5 minutes I spent just sitting, the feeling of the sunlight on my skin, and the smell of the nature and the air was really refreshing. I'm gonna take a cold shower, I will just do it. If the case is when yesterday you are really failing, after that I feel I get motivation to get back on track. It definitely made me feel better that I was outside and I definitely woke up after this. It gave so much power for me. I decided to go for a walk because it's just so shiny, it's amazing. And I'm sorry if the video is shaking. I don't have a stabilizer and I want to buy a microphone too. I will buy in the future for sure. Palm is hurt a bit now, especially there. I'm gonna show one of my favorite trick here. That was it, but it's really scary. Be careful. After a run, the best feeling is drinking water. Yo, hello everyone. It's the last day of this challenge. We are on day 30 now. It was a really interesting experience for me and I feel a lot of changes in myself. So I would summarize everything, what I experienced and what it was like. But first of all, I want to mention that about 2-3 years ago, when I started to care about myself and my health, to develop better habits, I already knew about dopamine detox and tried it multiple times. But maybe that was the longest time I tried it ever. So with a little experience, the first days were okay. and on day 6 was the point I felt it was hard and I want to quit. That's when meditation helped me and I could continue it. But day 8 was maybe the worst day of all. I felt horrible and I ended up eating cookies. And not because of the taste, but because I ate it and I was able to overcome it that I missed it. But from there I felt a lot better. There were many programs, I spent time with my girlfriend, I was outside, I studied, I worked, I relaxed, etc. So I spent most of the time usefully. What I also noticed about myself that I got bored more easily, but also that I surprisingly enjoy the boring things, like when I clean my room. I'm more patient, I can concentrate more effectively, and that I'm more comfortable when I'm around people. I start conversations more frequently, and that makes me feel really good, and every little thing just brings me joy. And what I also realized that the fact that I don't really use my phone that much, I still miss it, because the habit that I grabbing something in my hand, I think that's one of my biggest addiction that I have, but in my opinion, probably for many people as well. I don't really notice I miss gaming, sometimes I miss sugar. The most I miss is watching videos and listening to music. It's really hard for me to keep them up. I also enjoy editing my videos and I do it more often, which is great. And the questions, would I do it again? For a month, I don't think so, because you remove too much things suddenly from your life. I think that's just too difficult for me, but I think I could last a week even without these things. And would I recommend to you? Actually, yeah, but if you want to do exactly how I did it, I think it's just too long without these activities. But if your goal is to remove all of it, I would recommend it not more than a week. It's enough if you do it for the first time. But if you've never done it before, I recommend to just give up one thing for a week. Let's say you want to give up on sugar for a week. Of course, it's matter how it affects your life. It's important to have alternatives, so you can like the healthy versions. In this case, I mean fruits, for example. And if you are just curious and want to try it, one day is okay too. This is good for a quick self-knowledge. And by the way, I wanted to mention that English is not my native language. My pronunciation and grammar is not the best. I don't really talk English beside making my videos. I want to get better and I'm trying my best. I hope you can understand it and still enjoying this video. So yeah, it ended. It didn't went perfectly, but I tried my best. I have so much plans. I'm really excited to do everything. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye. Well, if it's the end, we have to celebrate it with something, of course with chocolate. But it's important to mention, if you are get back on something suddenly, you don't want to eat too much of it because it can be a problem. I'm not gonna eat it now, but when I do, maybe I will eat 1 or 2 pieces. I waited so much for it.